Hello, friends. Welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. Today is another wonderful day, the second day of the month, August, and as usual, a lot of games going on across the globe. Today being a Friday, and amongst these many games that are going on across the globe, that we selected a few of them and looked into them, made our in-depth analysis on these games, and brought forward for you. All right. In a short while, we'll be looking at how these teams will fare in their matches today. But I want to use the opportunity to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly take out time to hit the subscription button right now, so I do not miss out on our subsequent games. I'll be up on this channel on a daily basis. Alright, that being said, also remember to share and also like the video so that we'll be able to reach more audience in this our channel. Alright, without further ado, let's head to the business of the day, and we are starting with the very first match for today. It is in Austria League, where we'll have Krka AK coming up against Salzburg, Red Bull Salzburg, as we know. And normally what we do is to look at the performances for these teams in their recent games, and also compared with also their performances from home and away perspective. And looking at Krka AK, the home side, in the past 6 encounters, they've been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games that they had in recent time, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past recent 6 encounters. But looking at Salzburg as well, we could see that Salzburg, their away side, have been able to achieve 5 victories in the past 6 games, but they've also had 1 draw. And taking a look at the performances from home and away perspective, you can also see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 draws as well, and they've had 2 losses in the past recent 10 games that they played out so far. And away side Salzburg, a very strong side. I think the strongest side in Austria at the moment, have been able to achieve 6 victories playing from away, but they've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 away games that they had so far. And the last time both teams met, it looked like head-to-head, which was in 2019, saw Salzburg defeating this side by 6-0. That was a cup match on that occasion. Prior to that, that was in 2007. We saw them playing out a 0-0 draw. But in this very encounter, it is Salzburg who is much more favored to rise to the occasion, saying that it is a very strong side in the Austrian League and is expected to achieve a result in this one. It is the away side that is expected to win our Austrian League, and that's our verdict. I will win, as we'll predict. And that takes us to the next game for the day, and it is in Azerbaijan, where we have Araz coming up against Karabakh. Alright, Araz have been able to achieve just 1 victory in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw and also 4 losses in the past 6 encounters that they had so far. When you look at Karabakh on their away side, on the other hand, we know Karabakh is a very strong side in the Azerbaijan League. You see that Karabakh have been able to achieve 5 victories and have lost just 1 single game in the past 6 recent encounters. But when you look at how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you see that for the home side, Araz, it is just 1 victory in the past 10 home games that they had so far, but they've been able to achieve 4 draws alongside and 5 losses. All right, it shows that they're doing poorly when they're playing from home even. And Karabakh, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 6 victories from away. They've also had 3 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 away games that they had so far. And putting all that together, we know that it is the away side, Karabakh, a very strong side, a side that we saw. We have always seen them feature in Champions League matches, and it shows that they're doing very well. And we do expect the away side to dominate this very encounter. It is a away win. That's what I'm for that very game. And that will take us to the next for the day, and it is in Croatian First Division, where we have Dinamo Zagreb coming up against Estra 1961. And when you look at Dinamo Zagreb in the past recent games that they had, you could see that it is in the past 6 games they had 4 victories and 1 draw and also 1 loss in the past 6 encounters. And looking at Estra, they've had just 1 win, 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games that they had so far. And when you look at how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Dinamo Zagreb been able to achieve 6 victories in recent 10 games that they had so far in the playing from home, and they've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 home games that they had so far. 60% of the home win achieved for Dynamo Zagreb. And Estra, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 wins. They've also had 4 losses and 3 draws from away. All right, putting all that together, we all know that Dynamo Zagreb is highly expected to rise to the occasion. They are actually the stronger side in this very time. Looking at the head-to-head meetings for both sides, you could see that the past 4 head-to-head meetings have always seen Dynamo Zagreb claiming victory in this very time. We saw them defeating Estra, that was in April this year by 4 goals to 1. Prior to that, we saw Dynamo Zagreb also defeating them in January by 1 goal to 0 from away, and we also saw Dynamo Zagreb in October beating these guys 3-0. Prior to that, we also saw them doing same fate, beating them 3-0 once again. So we do expect that Dynamo Zagreb, the home side, to rise to the occasion once more and pick all the points in this very encounter. It is the home side to win. That's all for that very game, and that takes us to the next for the day, and it is in Czech Republic, Czech First Division, where we have Slavia Prague coming up against the Slavia Prague. Right, Slavia Prague, as we know, is a very strong side too, a side that usually features in Champions League. And then we look at that, the home side, the past 6 recent encounters have seen them achieving 3 victories, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games that they had. And their away side, on the other hand, Slavia Prague have been able to achieve 5 victories in the last 6 games. They've not lost any, but they had just 1 draw. And looking at both teams from head-to-head perspective, you could see from home and away perspective, rather, we'll see that Slavia Prague, the home side, have managed to achieve 4 victories playing from home in the past 10 home games. They've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they had so far. When you look at the away side, on the other hand, Prague have been able to generate 6 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 games that they had in recent occasions. So it goes to show that even playing from away, they've been able to achieve 60% victory. It is a very strong side in Czech Republic League. So we do expect the away side, who has been doing very well, to achieve a result in this, saying that the last 2 times both teams met, always saw Slavia Prague, rise into the occasion of winning outrightly. It is Slavia Prague who had the victory in the last meeting, which was in March this year. We saw Slavia Prague beating Liberec by 3 goals to 0. Prior to that, which was in October last year, also Slavia Prague won the tie by 3 goals to 2. So putting all that together, it is Slavia Prague, the away side, that we expect to win outrightly in this very game. It is a away win. That's our party for this very encounter, and that takes us to the next game for the day, and it is in Egyptian Premier League. We'll have Zamalek FC, a very good side, coming up against Gouna in Egyptian Premier League. When you look at Zamalek FC, they've been able to achieve 3 victories in the past recent games, and also they had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. And their way side, Gouna, have not been able to win any match in the past 6. They've had 3 draws and 3 losses in the past 6 recent encounters for that side. And taking it down to how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you could see that Zamalek FC, the home side, have achieved 6 victories in the past 10 home games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss, and that loss was actually in the match against Al Masry, where they lost that by 2 goals to 1. And we saw them achieving 60% victory in the past 10 home games that they had so far, and they've been doing very well. And I must tell you, Zamalek is a very strong side in the Egyptian League and in Africa as well. And looking at their away side, Gouna, they've been able to achieve 1 victory in the past 10. They've also had 3 draws, but they have seen 6 losses in the past 10 away games that they had so far. That tells you that they're not doing very well in playing from away. But one thing that is quite noticeable is actually the fact that the last time both teams met, which was earlier this year, around March this year, we saw Gouna defeating Zamalek from home on that occasion by 3 goals to 2. But prior to that, Zamalek won Gouna in the last meeting prior to that very one by 4 goals to 1. But in this very tie, there's a whole lot of it's going to be a heated encounter, seeing that Zamalek will be looking to also redeem themselves, seeing that the last time both teams met saw them losing out to that very team. And Zamalek is a bigger side, and they'll be looking to actually achieve a win in this very one, and they are also playing from home. So we would expect Zamalek to rise to the occasion and win outrightly in this very game. It is the home side to win. That's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the next for the day. It is in Switzerland Challenge League, actually the second division in Switzerland, where we have FC Thun who will be up against the Stade Lausanne Alche. When you look at the recent games for both sides, you could see that FC Thun have managed to achieve 4 victories from home for the recent games that they had so far, and they've also had 1 loss as well as 1 draw. And Stade Alche, the away side, have not been able to win any in the past 6, but they've just mustered 1 draw in the past 6 encounters, but they've lost 5 games out of those 6 games that they have so far. So when you look at how both sides have fared from home and away perspective, you can also see that it is the home side, FC Thun, who are been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 games, and they've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw in the past 10 home games. But away side, playing from away, Lausanne Alche have managed to achieve just 2 victories playing from away, but they've had 1 draw. All right, and amongst those 10 games that they played from away, they've lost 7 games out of those 10. That goes to show that they're not the strongest side playing from away. All right, when you look at that, also quite noticeable is the fact that this last time both teams met, also we saw Thun losing out to this very side, Stade Lausanne Alche, beating Thun. That was in January this year, and this time around we do expect Thun to turn things around and actually achieve a result in this very one. It is the home side that's expected to win outrightly in this very encounter. Home win, that's our verdict. And that brings our predictions for you today on Betkraft to a conclusion, and I wish you the very best of luck. I hope your ticket goes green, and also remember to play responsibly. It's only a football game, so you can as well make selections amongst these predictions. In that way you will always have consistent winning. Alright, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions here on Betkraft. Keep a date with us, and remember to share our video, remember to like and share, so that more audience will be getting more audience in this very channel. Alright, tomorrow is another day. I'll see you tomorrow, but until then, keep winning.